Hi, my name's Lee, and today we're going to talk about our awesome HD bird box camera. So this is a first for bird box cameras, but we have in here our IP bird box camera. It is above 720p. The great thing about this one, you can view it on your phone, you can view it on your iPad, and you can view it on your PC. That means that you can view it anywhere you are with an internet connection. So it makes it a little bit special. So let's have a little look inside. So obviously it comes in this nice gift box, and in here is the cable and some accessories. I'll talk about those in a second. And then on this side we have the power supply, the camera, and another one of the accessories. Oh, and the instructions. So let's pop those over there. Looking at the camera here, just tell you a couple of little things about it. This is the top and this is the bottom. You can tell that because there's a little sensor here. I'll come on to that in a second. So you've got the lens here. This is all already pre-focused. Don't forget to take the lens cap off, otherwise you're going to have very dark images. Now this camera is different to all other bird box cameras on the market. It has something called IR cut in it. That basically means that you're going to get a crystal clear colour image. Now, in order to get colour, you do need to have light in the box. If not, then the image will be black and white. But the IR cut, which is only available in the higher quality cameras, is going to basically make your image so much clearer and the colours so much more vivid. Quite often, a lot of the cheaper cameras, the images appear a little bit washed out and out of focus. So here on the back, you've got the microphone, the sensor, that sensors the light levels, and then you've got some invisible LEDs just around the edge here. Now these are designed to work perfectly in a small environment. So anything from around about 2 or 3 inches down to around about, or up to around about 3 foot. So in new money, that's around about 8 to 10 centimeters going up to around about 1 meter. So the lens is here. We have an extra wide angle on this, and the reason for that is it will film the front of the box, so the entrance hole, as well as the bottom of the box as well. That means then you get to see not just the chicks hatching, but them being fed as they grow. And then on the back of here, you've got the cable with a connector on the end. And I'll talk about that in a second too. So the accessories. In here, we have the bracket. And after some feedback, we've actually made the bracket slightly larger. The reason for that, it makes it much easier to fit inside the box. You'll find also in here a couple of little securing screws. There's some very tiny ones for the either side of the bracket, and there's actually also a spare. And then we've got some little self-tappers there too, to screw into your bird box. So on here, like I said, we have the cable out the back. And then here we have 2 connections. We have a network connection, don't get too worried because it's not overly complicated, and we have a power connection. So the power connection will only be used if you are powering the camera locally. So that means if you're powering it next door to the camera. With this one, you don't actually need to power it next door to the camera. The cable that goes from the camera back to the router or back to your network in the house, that will carry the power on it. So as you can see here, there's a little waterproof grommet. I'm just going to put that one on because we're not going to be using that. So that's on there like that. Going to the extension cable that we have, that is here. You'll find that there are 2 ends with it. This one's 20 meters, but we also sell 30, 40 and 50. You'll find the 2 ends are slightly different. This end is for the end for the camera. This end is the end to plug into your network. The reason for that is this is a waterproof connection and can go outside of the box. You've got the waterproof adapter here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this little rubber grommet around the outside, as you can see there. The next thing that I'm going to get is the cable. Look for again, just as a reminder, the end of the cable, it doesn't have the sheathing on. The very first thing to go on is this little small circular piece. I'm just going to pop that on here. The next thing is the little rubber grommet. You'll find it's got a little split in it, difficult to see first time. And I'm just going to put that on here as well. That pushes into here. And then the next thing would be the waterproof adapter. So I'm just going to pop that over here. Do note it won't go straight through the middle. It is designed so that the cable will only go through on a certain angle. You don't need to push it or anything. It should just pop through. And then if you just screw it together here, there we go. I'm just going to put that little rubber grommet inside there. It's a bit like doing a hose pipe, this. And then screw that into place. So we have a nice tight waterproof connection on this end, and on the other end, plug in the network connection. There we go, nice tight fitting. Just going to push this up. Oops, I'm trying to do this so you can see. And then it will push twist into position. There we go, push twist. The grommet pushes in. There we go, hope you can see that. And then we're just going to screw this into place. That is the camera end all set up. That is now waterproof. Make sure you put the little connector on here as well to make sure that the power, if you're not powering it locally, that is waterproof too. The camera is in the box, and then the other end of the cable, I'm just going to move that to one side. This is the end that goes in the house. So that basically means this cable here will carry the video and the power to the camera. On the other end of this, we've got this little adapter. In here, as you can see, it says on here, PoE and LAN. So I'm just going to plug the camera into PoE. That's that done. The power supply, and we're going to plug that into here. And then lastly, we have a network cable. This is all included. This one's 3 meters long. One side of this will plug into here. And then this end here plugs into your router. So that then means that the camera is connected to the network. You can then view your camera on your iPad, your phone, your PC. If for some reason you cannot connect this to your router, there is a really good device called a Powerline Adapter or a home plug. You can basically plug this into your home plug. It will basically carry the internet over your electrical wiring. So as an example, you could put the camera in the back of the house, the router will be at the front of the house. The camera is plugged into your Powerline adapter at the back, and then another Powerline adapter will be at the front of the house plugged into the router. So it's like having a wire between the two without having to run a wire between the two. If you search on our website, Powerline, you will find that they come up. So that is the camera setup. On the wiring, we're going to talk about the setup on your phone. Once you've got it all connected, next step, get it set up on your PC. The reason why we use the PC is it means then we've got everything configured and it's the easiest setup. Really easy. You'll find in the instructions a link to the download. Go to our website, download the software. Once you open the software, you search for the camera, it very quickly picks it up, and you'll be able to view your camera, record your camera, all through the software. It'll record continuously or motion detection. You can actually add more cameras as well. Once you've got it set up on the PC, you can download the app. So just go to, this will work on an Android device or on an iPhone. I'm using an iPhone, obviously. Search for XMI, download the app and open the app. Once you download the app, if you go to local login, which is just down here, you will find that your camera is here. You press the camera and hey presto, you'll be up and running. If you want to view it when you're remotely away from home, that can also be done as well. It's a little bit more configuration. Again, there are help videos on how to do that. Just go straight to our website. So my name's Lee. Thank you ever so much for watching our video, and we hope you enjoy your BirdBox camera.